It's live. Okay. I'm just gonna give everybody a couple minutes to get on. I think I can. Should have played some music or something. Okay, well, I'm just gonna get started. Well, let me shut off my Facebook first because that's gonna be annoying. Make sure it's working, because that would stink. Oh, yep, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna get started. Oh, I was gonna shut off Facebook. Sorry. Because that's annoying to have that beep every time somebody comments on something. Okay, so my name is Lauren Ricks, and if you are in our sneak peek, you have been hanging out with us for the last couple days. If you aren't in our sneak peek and you're like watching the recording that you found online or something, or I've sent it to you because you've been asking questions about coaching, I'm basically going to, this is going to be like super casual, like I'm drinking coffee still from this morning, and I don't know if anyone else does that. I seriously drank like the same cup all morning and just refill it and heat it up. But I'm going to share a little bit about my story, and then I'm going to go through and literally read and answer all these questions that all of my sneak peekers have been asking me. And these are questions that I get all the time, which is good because I love questions from people who want to know what I do and all that kind of stuff. So if you guys are watching this and you're like, sneak peek, what is she talking about? I'm not in a sneak peek. I probably sent you this video because you're asking these questions, and I'm just having you watch this because it's easier than me like typing everything out or explaining it all. So if you're wondering what I'm talking about for the sneak peek, you might not be in it. But some of the people who are watching this right now live are in my sneak peek, and I have a ton of questions from those guys. So I'll be answering those in the end, or the second half, or whenever I'm done sharing my story. But okay, so a little bit about me. I am 26 years old. I just turned 26 in May, and I have been coaching for 4 years. It's crazy. I started coaching when I was 22 years old. I was in my senior year, I believe my senior year of college. So when I joined, I was super busy. Oh, here comes Jax. Here comes my baby. What are you doing? Huh? You want to do coffee talk too? No, you can't talk. Can you sit down? Oh boy. You guys see him down here? This is my pumpkin head. Okay. So when I started, and it's kind of dark. When I started coaching, I was super busy. I was going to school full time. I was also working at a daycare like 30 hours a week. I had many other part-time random jobs. Excuse me. Like I waitressed when I came home on the weekends. I did other random things. So I was always constantly doing like random part-time jobs on top of school and on top of the daycare job and on top of just working out. I loved working out. I was going to school for exercise science and psychology. And I did that in hopes of my goal. Hey, please stop. My goal was to eventually be able to start my own like online coaching business, because I was thinking long term, and I was like, hey, you know, when I start a family and I start having kids, I don't want to have to put them in daycare, and I don't want to have to not send them away, but have somebody else raise my kids. I wanted to be able to work from home, raising my kids, doing something that I like. Jax, where's your ball? Where's your ball? Go get your ball. Go get it. It's over there. Go get your ball. Over there. And not have somebody else see all their first. Like, I didn't want to have to miss their first time walking and their first time talking and crawling and all that kind of stuff. So I had a goal in my mind before I had even heard about coaching, to try and figure out this way to start my own online coaching, health and fitness coaching company. So that was like obviously before I started college. So I was like 20 when that happened. And then so I started school, went into school for those two things, and found out that really to do anything with psychology and exercise science, I would have to get my master's and graduate degree and all this kind of stuff. And I didn't want to be in school for like 8 years. I wasn't huge on school, to be honest with you. So I was like, okay, I'm doing the bare minimum, like 4.5 years I did, and I got a double major and whatever. So my senior year, I was working at this daycare, pretty much full-time, 30 hours, school full-time, et cetera, et cetera. And I met Joelle, who is my mentor and my coach, and who now is like my BFF. She has become my best friend, and I don't know where I would be without her. But she was talking about how, like, we had just been talking one day sitting in the toddler room while they were napping, and she was talking about this new thing she was doing, and I was like, oh my gosh, this sounds like exactly what I want to do. So she sent me a webinar, a little bit like this, but more of like, there were slides, and I'm not doing slides today, you guys. I'm just doing this super casual so you can see me. She sent me this webinar, and I watched it, and I was like, holy crap, this is exactly what I want to do. And I don't have to like start from scratch. I don't have to like come up with this whole company and all the products and everything that I want to try and sell. Beachbody had that all for me. I just had to be the coach that I wanted to be. So I joined as a coach. When I joined, I was broke. I was going to school full-time. I was a full-time college student, working 30 hours a week, barely minimum wage at this daycare. So literally I was living barely paycheck to paycheck. I was overdrafting all the time. I was asking my parents for money all the time. It was a struggle, and I was 22. I mean, I started at an age where most people are drinking and partying and not thinking about their long-term future. They're thinking about right now. So when I started, it was like literally, now that I think about it, like the worst time for somebody to start their own business, let alone a health and fitness business, because a lot of my friends and family, well, a lot of my friends were at the same place that I was at, you know, broke. They wanted to spend their money on junk and alcohol and fast food and clothes and not investing in themselves. So it was a tough place when I started. I put my first couple months of Shakeology on my credit card, and that's how I was able to start my coaching journey. I signed up with Shakeology that I had tried for the first time when I ordered it. I had Insanity, the workout, so I just started doing that workout again because I had it. And back then we didn't have challenge packs, so you literally had to buy everything separate, which was sucky. So yeah, I joined with Shakeology, put it on my card for like the first, I don't even know, like 5 or 6 months. I had it on my credit card, and I like randomly slowly paid it off. And I did that because I didn't have the extra money to start and buy Shakeology every month because I was living paycheck to paycheck. But I knew that this opportunity would change my life. I just didn't know how much it was going to change my life. So I got started, that was probably like the spring of 2011. I didn't really fully jump in full board, like with both feet, until I graduated from school. I was slowly doing it like an hour a day, slowly. And that's completely fine. I know that's a question that I'm going to go over, but an hour a day back then was like I laugh because now you'll have systems to plug into and checklists and stuff like that I'll plug you in. But when I started, we didn't have any of that. Me and Joelle literally were like going through muddy water, trying to figure out how to do this stuff. Like challenge groups wasn't something people did. So we literally like were making things up as we went, and it took a lot longer. It took so much longer because we had to make everything up on our own, and we didn't have all the stuff that you guys have now. Shh, I'm trying to talk. I am. You're ruining it with your whining. So it took me a little bit longer to get started, but fast forward 4 years and I'm here. I'm a stay-at-home fur mom to a puppy who is really testing my patience right now. Yes, you are testing my patience. And we just moved into, I would not say it's our dream house because I already have a plan of in the next 5 years building our dream house because I know it's possible. It will be possible with this opportunity. But we just moved into an amazing house in the country. We're on 2 acres of land. We have plenty of room for Jax to run around. I'm making more than a full-time income right now, working, and by the end of the year, my goal is to be making way more than we need to, so Nick can do the type of work that he wants to do. Like that's my heart and that's my drive right now, and my why is to be able to be making an income that lets him be able to do the type of work that he has a passion for, because right now he doesn't have a passion for what he's doing. So that's a part of my why. When I first started, my why was because I wanted to be able to be a stay-at-home mom when we had kids, but I still wanted to have purpose and passion in what I was doing, and like have, what would be the word, have an impact in our financial situation, and not just not be able to help our family that way. So that was my why back then. And then now, since I am a stay-at-home fur mom, working from home fur mom, my why has changed. So your why really evolves over time. And it's crazy because when I started, I was, like I said, I was working so many different part-time jobs, you guys. Like, it's exhausting thinking about it. And I think I work so many part-time jobs because I did not like working for somebody else. I did not like somebody else telling me, please don't chew on my shoe. Seriously. He was napping before I started this. Did I tell you guys that? Of course. And then when I start something, he has to wake up. I suppose that's what it's like when you have kids. But when I think I like quit so many part-time jobs because I didn't like somebody telling me what to do. I didn't like it always being on their terms. I didn't like having to work 9 to 5 or those hours and having somebody tell me what to do and making their dreams come true when I was not moving forward in my dreams and my goals. And that was really hard for me. I like seriously think I have I'm just a natural like entrepreneur, self-employed person, and that's what I thrive doing. And that's not for everybody. Not everybody likes that. But if you have goals to like have more free time and have more income, to have extra spending, or to travel more, or to put money away for your kids, or to pay off debt, this opportunity can help you with that too. Like your goal doesn't just have to be, I want to quit my full-time job, because a lot of people love their full-time job. I didn't. But a lot of people do, and that's not a goal necessarily, is to quit their full-time job, and that's completely okay if that's not one of your long-term goals right now. No. But this opportunity can help you with a ton of other goals that you have. Debt, and I already kind of covered those. So that's kind of a little bit about me. I know a lot of people have questions and fears about like how to attract people and how to be you, and now I have to be a salesperson. And honestly, like, you guys are just gonna keep being you and sharing your journey. Like my story and my journey is constantly changing. In March of this year, we experienced a miscarriage, so now that's part of my story. I'm able to help inspire and connect with people who are going through that same situation in a way to show them light and to show them the positive side of it. And I honestly believe that that happened for a reason, and that has nothing to do with fitness, but me keeping me taking care of my body and keeping my body healthy is going to help us in the long haul have another baby or have a baby. So that's a little bit about me, like your journeys and your struggles and your situations that maybe aren't so positive can help you inspire and motivate and connect with other people who are going through those same situations. So we learn as coaches to put a positive twist on it and look at the positive of it instead of the negative of it. And that all comes from personal development. So that's a huge thing. Personal growth and working on ourselves way more than we do anything else. That's like the number one thing we do as a coach is personal development, working on ourselves. Like, I don't know if you guys can see, but that whole bookshelf right there is full of books that are just focused on personal growth and personal development. We also are working out every single day and working on ourselves, but we don't have to be perfect. It's not about being perfect. It's about just working on being better today than you were yesterday and working on being better tomorrow than you were today. And you don't have to be at your goal weight, and you don't have to be a fitness professional or anything like that. You just have to be willing to work on you and share what's working and share what you're learning and share what is changing in your life in a positive way to help inspire others to do the same. So I'm going to get into questions because I literally have a full page and I've just been talking randomly for the last 20 minutes about me, and I don't like talking about me. Okay, so questions. If anybody has any other questions, there's a chat box to the side. So if you think of anything, you can chat on the side and I'll answer that. Otherwise, if you're watching this recording, you can message me questions and I'll return them in audio, text, or something. Or if you have questions that you just want me to answer personally, you can message me or the coach who sent you this webinar. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was if you are military, active duty, or even I believe a veteran, you get free coaching. So like you can become a coach for free. Your business fees are waived monthly and your startup fee is waived. So for anybody who is military out there, this is awesome because you're basically becoming a coach for free, and you can have a six-figure multi-million-dollar company basically for like no startup costs. So that is sweet if you're military or you know people who are military. It's an awesome incentive for those guys who are military. Somebody had asked, how do you find the balance between coaching and working a full-time job? And I want you guys to know who are working full-time jobs. We all start there. We all start with working a full-time job and finding the balance with coaching. And it's completely possible. You just have to learn to manage your time. Like when I was working full-time and going to school and coaching and working out and all my part-time jobs, I literally had a planner. And I planned out my day from literally when I woke up to when I went to bed. I had my day planned out. I had my power hour planned out in there, and that's basically the business activities that you need to be doing to move your business forward. And you will get all that when you join as a coach. You will get all that support and all that training and resources when you join. So you're not like wondering, what is that? What do I have to do? Do I have to try and figure that out? No, we'll give that to you. So you just have to plug it into your day when you can. But I literally treated that hour like it was a job that I had to go to. And I honestly wish I would have done this sooner. Like I didn't take it that serious sooner. Now I did. Now I do. 2 years ago, before I quit my full-time job as a receptionist at a physical therapy office, I took my business hours serious and I treated it as if I had to go to that job, you know, if that makes sense. So like, let's say I worked from like noon to 2, and that's the time I could get in my power hour and my business activities. I would treat that as if I was going to a job and logging in or whatever. And just treating it like it's an appointment with yourself. So that's how you do it. You just have to manage your time better. It's not something where if you don't have an hour chunk of time, you can't do this business, because there's a lot of coaches who they do 15 minutes here, 15 minutes here, 15 minutes here, 15 minutes here, and it works for them to do it that way. I like to do it in a big chunk of time. Obviously now it's easier because I'm working full-time. Well, full-time, I still work part-time hours from home doing this business. So I do it in a chunk of time versus like 15 minutes here and there. But when I did work, I was doing it, I would say like an hour to 2 hours throughout the day whenever I could get it in. But you just have to manage your time good and schedule your days and plan out your day. So that's how you kind of find that balance. With this business, I think this was a question too. How much time would you have to do to be a part-time coach? How much time would you need to commit to be successful as a part-time coach? And honestly, you can start with 1 hour. Like I was talking about that 1 hour a day. That's what I started with. That's what my mentor and BFF Joelle started with. 1 hour a day consistently over time compounds, and it can literally after 4 years, it won't even take you guys that long because you have so many resources now that we didn't have. But after a year or 2 years or 3 years or even 5 years, like the compound of those small activities every single day will be a huge, just a huge resource, a huge result. I don't know what the right word is. Outcome. Like, it's crazy what the compound effect of that can do. So literally 1 hour a day. If you have more, what you'll probably find is when you start doing this, you love it and you'll want to do it more and more and more. So but if you have 1 hour to 2 hours to commit a day, you can definitely be successful in this business. It might take you a little bit longer because you're not putting in as much time, but you will be successful after a couple years for sure if you're consistent with the daily to-dos that we give you as a coach. The monthly income, is it reliable? This is a hard one to answer, because if you are consistent with doing your business hours and doing the daily tasks every single day, and you start bringing in that income, it will start being consistent. When you're a brand new coach, it might take you a little bit longer. It might not be as reliable right away, but as you grow and as you better yourself and better your skills, and share with people what you're doing and invite people to join you, your income starts to become more reliable and more stable. I don't obviously suggest new coaches quitting their job right away to become a coach. I would not even do that. It's not even smart financially. But like I said, this is something you can do alongside your full-time job or your part-time job. So it's not something, it's not like an if, and, or but, kind of thing. If you haven't used the products yet, is that going to be a setback? No, you just are going to be working on your journey with the workout and the program and Shakeology, your health and fitness journey, alongside with your coaching journey. And they go hand in hand. You're going to be sharing, what you're doing every single day. You're going to be sharing your results along the way. So it's totally not an issue. What? It's not an issue if you're doing both at the same time and starting your journey at the same time. You might feel more overwhelmed if that's the case, because you're kind of doing both at the same time, but it's completely doable and it's not going to be a setback unless mentally you think it's going to be a setback. So that's a whole nother issue, just mindset way. Financial risk monthly and upfront costs. So basically, every month you're basically going to be paying the business fee, which is $16 a month, unless you're military, it's free. And then whatever products you want to buy. Like for me, it's my business fee and my Shakeology. That's what I get every single month. So it ends up being like $120. $120 I'm investing in myself. The products I only use for me. So it's not something where you have to keep inventory of products. You don't have to stock products. You don't have to buy products and then resell them. You literally just have to buy the products that you want for yourself. So literally I buy my Shakeology every month so I can drink it for me, to better my insides, to better my body. So that's what the risk, I guess, is every single month is $120. I probably spend more sometimes because when new products come out, I buy those because I want to try them personally. If new workouts come out, I buy those because I want to try them personally, but it's not something where it's necessarily a risk because it's something I would probably buy anyways if I wasn't a coach. The upfront cost is going to depend on if you're joining with a challenge pack and what challenge pack, because each challenge pack is a different amount, but it can go from 140 all the way to like 300 depending on what workout and program you want to buy when you join. And that includes the coaching in there too. So if you join with a challenge pack, let's say for 140, let's say you join with the 21-day fix challenge pack. So you get the 21-day fix, 30 days of Shakeology for 140 this month. It's on sale this month for that. This month in July, for those watching the recordings outside of July, normally it's 160. But let's say it's 160. That includes the coaching and everything you get with coaching, and your $40 startup fee for coaching is actually waived. So you're literally paying 160 for your program that you get to keep, 30 days of Shakeology, and a potential business that could make you six figures for 160. I know that's insane. It boggles my mind that it's that cheap, because for some things to start your own business, it's thousands and thousands of dollars. So that's crazy. How long did it take me to go full time? I have been a full-time coach for almost, I think this summer is actually my 2 year of being full-time. I quit 2 years ago before our wedding. So it took me two and a half years, around 2 years, to go full time as a coach. And I quit my full time job when I was making with coaching what I was making every 2 weeks with my full time job. So I got paid every 2 weeks there, and I was making I think 800 or 400. I don't remember. I was barely, let's say I was making $400 every 2 weeks. When I started making $400 a week, every week with Beachbody, that's when I quit. And I still kind of had to pinch pennies a little bit when I quit, because it was I was losing that extra chunk of money that was coming in. But I didn't have kids. We were just getting married. So I just had that. Basically, I just had that set of bills, or whatever you want to call it, expenses. So I was able to quit sooner, I guess. But like I said, the first 2 years was a lot of trial and error. These last 2 years have been crazy insane, because we have so many systems and resources and trainings and guides and scripts and checklists that you guys can implement right away. So it takes all that guesswork out of trial and error. So that's how long it took me. Are there struggles now more than before? You're always going to have struggles. It's life. It's starting your own business. And I would say, I wouldn't call them struggles necessarily. They're just, you have ups and downs in your business, just like you would in life and in any business. Some months are easier than others. But it's definitely gotten, I would say, easier, because people take me serious as I treat this as a business. People treat me as a business owner, if that makes sense. If you come in and you don't treat it like a business, you might feel like it's more struggles, because people don't see you taking it serious like a business. But struggles are okay. I don't mind struggles. It means I'm doing something. It means I'm moving forward, and it means something's gonna keep working if I'm having these struggles. So I don't mind them. How much do you have to sell to break even? You basically, if you help three people start their journey every single month with you with a challenge pack or Shakeology, that's gonna cancel out your Shakeology or break even. So it's basically helping 3 people get started on their health and fitness journey with you with the challenge pack. That will break even for you. Another source of income besides your day job income, there's not really. I don't really know how to answer that question. Do you start off as a coach right away? Yes. When you would join as a coach, you would start off as a coach right away. And it's up to you how fast or slow you want to run. If you jump in and you're like, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to like jump in with 2 feet, send me the training, let's get started. I want to go. This is what I want to be earning in 6 months. You just want to go. I'm going to run with you and I'm going to go and I'm going to give you all the stuff you need to get you to where you want to go. If you sign up as a coach and you're like, okay, this next month, I want to just focus on me and my transformation with this workout since I haven't done it before, then we'll take it slow. It's okay. We can go as slow or fast as you want to go because it's your business. I am here to help mentor and guide you and coach you. I am not here to be your boss. I'm not here to like nag on you to make sure you get things done. Like, it's your business. It's your responsibility. And I'm not here to be like a mom to you. I'm just here to be your mentor. So however fast or slow you want to go, I'm here to help you get started off right away. So I think that answered that question. But yes, you would start off as a coach. It just depends on what type of coach you want to start off as right away. Would you be helping others right away? That's the same. It's kind of the same thing. If you're ready to jump in and help people and help other people achieve their goals right away, then yes, you can. If you're wanting to work on you first and slowly share what you're doing, you can totally do that too. Just know when you first join as a coach, if you're joining with me, you will become part of like my group. So like if you're doing a challenge group, we can do it together for your first couple so you get a feel of it. You aren't going to be doing a lot of things on your own unless you're ready to do it all on your own, then you totally can. Do you need to find people to help first? You have to work on you first and inspire people to want to join you in what you're doing. So you don't have to you don't have to find people to help before you help yourself or before you join as a coach. You just need to work on you and sharing your journey and inviting people along to do it with you. I hope that answers that question. A lot of people say they don't feel qualified as a coach, and sometimes you don't have to, but as long as you're willing to work on you and share what you're doing and have that mindset that you just want to help people and you just want to share with people what's working for you, then you're qualified as a coach. You don't have to be like a nutritionist or a dietitian or a personal trainer. You just have to be willing to work on bettering you and share what's working for you. I mean, we're not really like prescribing meal plans or workout plans or anything like that. We're just sharing what has worked for us in the past and what's worked for our customers in the past, and helping other people find what works for them. How long does it take to build confidence with this? This is gonna depend on who you are and how willing you are to dive into personal development. The more personal growth you do, the faster you'll feel confident. The more you dive into trainings and the more you apply what you're learning, the more confident you will become. It's kind of like the more you practice, the better you become. The same with this. The more you do, the more you post and share about your journey and all that kind of stuff, the more confident you feel. So with me, when I first started, I was really nervous. I was like, I don't know how people are going to take this. I don't want to just post health and fitness stuff, blah, 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 blah. Like, I was nervous too. And the more I found me and the more I just started sharing what I was doing, the more I motivated others to join me. And when you join as a coach, it doesn't just mean that now you're just Beachbody. Like, you are still you, and I do not want you to post just Beachbody stuff. 80% of your posts should still be you posts. They should be motivating and valuable and inspiring, and you. The 20% should be your fitnessy post, like your after workout post or your businessy type post, or you just sharing things with the business that have to do with you. Like, if you look at my pages, I never am posting like, buy this for me or here's a sale. There's not a lot of salesy posts. I am totally sprinkling in my business and coaching and Beachbody throughout my posts, so it's not super salesy. So I don't know where I got on a rant with that, but that's builds your confidence too, I guess. How much time? I went over that one. What is the initial training like when you join as a coach? What does it entail, and time commitments? When you first join as a coach, you are going to get a welcome email from me. It's going to give you steps on what to start right away. And there's a new coach training tab on our Misfit Republic site that I'll have you start doing right away. We will get on the phone, we'll go through a call, and every month I do a new coach girl boss boot camp that you will be in if you want to work the business. And this group is basically me posting a post every single day with a video, you watching it, doing the assignments, the accountability and all that kind of stuff. It honestly, I would say right away with the trainings, it's maybe a half-hour commitment every single day, depending on what the video's like. So it's not a lot, honestly. What is the ongoing support like from other coaches? This is a great question. When you join as a coach, you don't only get me as your mentor, but you get backed up by a team of almost 500 coaches. My team, Fit Republic Empire, is growing like crazy, and you get the support of all those guys behind you. You not only get the support of those guys, but you get the support of our other team that I'm part of, co-founding, Misfit Republic. So that team has over 4,000 coaches in. So you have a huge support system behind you. We're constantly sharing what's working for us. We're constantly encouraging and motivating other people to be better. And it's an amazing support system and community and family. Like, I honestly think of my team as like my extended family because of who they are and what we post about and share about and just what we do. So you get that it's like a whole nother community of supported, like-minded people that you get to be a part of, which honestly is like, that in itself is a reason why you should join, to be honest. How to start when you have no money to start. Well, if you heard my story about how I got started, I put it on credit cards. I don't suggest that if you can help it, but if you have to, I wouldn't have changed it any other way, because look at where I am now. Like, if I never would have joined when I joined, who the heck knows where I would be right now. So honestly, you just have to find a way. If you really want this, find a way to make it happen. Sell things, save money, find people to join with you right away. So when you do join, we can earn your money back right away with those 3 people that sign up with you. There's lots of ways, but if you want it bad enough, you'll find a way to make it happen, even if you don't have money. Like, honestly, I know people who have saved birthday money. I know people who have sold things to make enough money to join. And now they're like, coaching has just completely changed their life because they made that initial investment. So I think that's like all the questions I went through. It was a lot. Sorry. It's a lot of questions. But I just want you guys to know, like, we all have these fears and these struggles that we go through in life. And with coaching, I have found that I can use those fears and struggles to help inspire and help motivate other people who are going through those same struggles. And life is not all rainbows and unicorns, and we all have situations in our lives that are stressful or sad. And that's, with coaching, it's awesome because you can use those situations in a positive light to help inspire somebody else who's going through that same spot. And for me, if I can help one person get out of that dark place after having a miscarriage, I'm fulfilled, because that is such a place that I don't want to have anybody experience. And for me, like, if I would keep talking about that, I probably would cry, because right now that's a huge passion of mine. And that's, if I can share my journey with just that, with one person, and help them get out of that place and find themselves again through health and fitness, like, that is priceless. It's priceless. So think about that. Like, what's your story? What things have you gone through in your life that you feel like you could help motivate and inspire others that are going through the same thing? Like, that's what it's about. It's not all about health and fitness. We just use health and fitness as a tool to help people achieve the goals they want to and get out of that dark place if they're in that dark place. So I wanted to share with you guys, for you who are on, and anybody who gets on in the next week and watches this or watches the recording, I decided that today for anyone who joins Fit Republic Empire by August 5th, so next Wednesday, if you join as a coach with a challenge pack, you will go into a drawing to win some cool things. I just got some cool things from Summit when I was there in Nashville. So you'll win a shaker cup. I love these. Me and Nick go through these like hotcakes because they're amazing. So you'll get a shaker cup. You'll get the new Fixate cookbook. There's 101 21-day fix approved recipes in here. And you'll also get a cool 21-day fix cooler bag. So whoever joins in the next week from today until August 5th, whether you join with me or the coach who sent you to this webinar or the coach you're working with, if you join with the challenge pack, you will go into a drawing, and on that Thursday, the 6th, I will do a drawing on who will win this stuff. And to figure this out, if you're joining with me, obviously I'm going to know you're joining with me, but if you're joining with somebody else that is one of my coaches, you need to let them know that you watched this webinar and that they need to let me know that they joined in with a challenge pack so I can get your name in the drawing. So that is all for my Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed spending some time with me and just kind of chatting about questions people have. And I hope this answered a lot of you guys' questions. If you have any more questions, please feel free to reach out to me or post in our sneak peek group. Or if you're not in the sneak peek group, just message me and we can chat more. Like I said, if you're watching this video and I am not personally working with you right now and you're working with somebody else, please go back to that person and get signed up with them. Don't come to me. Go to that coach who you're working with. If you randomly found this on YouTube or on Facebook or whatever and you're not working with a coach, please let me know and I would love to get you started. Otherwise, that is me, and I hope you guys have a great afternoon, and I will talk to you guys later. Mwah. Bye.